Former President Jacob Zuma has been released from prison barely 2 months into his 15-month sentence for contempt of court. And now weekend papers are reporting that the Hawks are pursuing another case against him for walking out of the Zondo Commission last year. Chairperson of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, Deputy Justice Raymond Zondo, opened a case against Zuma after he staged a walkout of the State Capture Commission, but the case was stalled due to investigations. Joining me now is Hawks' spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Philani Nkwalase. Lieutenant Colonel, very good morning. Thank you for speaking to us. There is that talk that former President Jacob Zuma is under investigation. Can you confirm that for us, please?
Firstly, good morning to you and your viewers, and thank you for having us this morning. We, at this stage, remember that we would rather not be drawn on mentioning the people of interest on any cases that we have, except when the people have been charged and have appeared before court. But at this stage, we can confirm that there are 2 cases that we are investigating that emanates from the State Capture Commission. That investigation is ongoing, and therefore the people have not been charged, and at the right time we will then make the necessary announcement by releasing press releases and so forth.
Now, we understand that a docket was sent to the DPP and has been returned with some queries. Can you verify that or give us a nature of some of those queries of what was outstanding from that part of the investigation?
Yes, that is correct. The issue is that there is nothing out of the ordinary when a docket, goes back and forth between the two entities. It's nothing new, and it's not the first, and it will definitely not be the last. Under normal circumstances, once the investigators believe that the docket is indeed ready for the decision, it is then taken to the NPA for decision. And of course, if there are gaps here and there, then the docket is returned with those queries, and the process to ensure that those loose ends are tied, to ensure that you avoid and putting the case on the court roll, and then it's then struck out of the court roll because of certain gaps. So that process is a normal process of investigation. Indeed, it happened, and the docket is with us. We are addressing the issues that were highlighted by the NPA, and once those issues have been sorted out, it will be returned for decision. And of course, because it's the process of investigation, we would rather not go into those details because it's a process of investigation. And by doing so, we might, compromise the ongoing investigation.
Now, in the process of your investigation, is it preferred to complete a case, so to speak, or have a complete docket and deal with an individual who's facing various allegations at a single time, as opposed to if, in this instance, the issue is around former President Jacob Zuma? He's been incarcerated, been released, and moments later he's called back into the dock.
Look, let's speak on general investigation.
Correct.
There are several instances where the people of interest have a number of charges. And of course, if those charges are investigated separately, that process is going to unfold in that manner. So whether one leg is finalized and it goes, but the other one is going to go through the normal processes. And under any investigation, that is normal. It's a normal process.
I suppose you are able to confirm if people such as Jacob Zuma in particular is a person of interest, without going into specifics?
We are unable to do that, out of respect of the rule of law. People can only be identified once they have appeared for the first time in court and have been obviously formally charged, which comes prior to them appearing before court. So at this stage, we would not want to, mention the people's names who have not even been charged, let alone appeared in court.
Now, we have seen in the last few months instances where the police has, if you will, treated crowds with kid gloves in order to avert potential disaster from either arresting or doing what they're expected to do. Would in any way the threats of instability determine how you would proceed, again, in general, with a particular individual who could be a person of interest?
Well, I wouldn't want to speak on general terms on those issues because, as you would know, some of the cases are being investigated by the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, which is known as the Hawks, and I can only speak on matters that are being investigated by the Hawks. But in generally, people, all suspects or people of interest are the same, and they should be treated the same. That's as far as we can go, unless perhaps there is an incident that you can draw that we as the Hawks have dealt with, and where there are those perhaps allegations that you are putting forward.
Okay, thank you kindly for your time. Appreciate it this morning.
Thank you, sir.